Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. So today we are back with another pick a card reading, asking Spirit, what does your pet want to tell you? We're also going to communicate directly with your animals. I am an animal communicator and an animal energy healer, and I will do my best to connect in with your animals. Now, your animals may be in the physical form, or they may be in the astral realm. They may have crossed over. Either way, the messages will still be resonant for you in whichever group you choose. So we have 3 piles here today. Pile number 1 has the whale, wisdom, and this card came out for the whale, soapstone stone. Pile number 2 is the wolf, instincts, and it's paired with the elephant. And you might want to just check in with your pets, with your animal friends, and tell them, oh, this lady wants to connect with you. Please show a sign, tell them XYZ. That would be helpful. And pile number 3, we have the dolphin, joy. And it's paired with the tortoise. A little cutie this one is. Okay, so connect in with your intuition, connect in with your pets, and choose the pile that calls you the strongest, and I will see you at your reading. Welcome group number 1. So today we are connecting in with your animal friends. I call them animal friends, animal companions. I don't really love the word pet, but whatever suits you. So we're going to connect in with your animal friends today, asking what they want to tell you. So anything they want to say, any information that comes through from Spirit, I'm going to honor. Okay? So right before I pressed record for this group, I saw a golden retriever right out the gate, and I heard Rover. So I don't know if that's a name or that was a game that you played, but I heard that and I saw that animal very clearly. They are showing me this animal with angel wings, which signifies to me that this is an animal that crossed over. But I just want to say I've never done a huge group animal reading before. I do animal readings one-on-one and animal healings one-on-one. So this could be resonant for a living animal as well, with a golden retriever in there. Okay, so my guides. Please tap me into group number 1's animal friends now. They're actually showing me a fish tank with a bunch of little fish, but one is standing out to me and it looks like a clownfish. It looks like that character Nemo. And it looks like it's smiling at me. It looks like it has its own character. I can see it getting very excited when you wake up in the morning. Again, so if I highlight an animal and it's not your animal, that's okay. I'm just tuning into the energy of the animal as well. So if you have an animal that gets like super excited when you wake up and it looks like it's literally grinning at you, this is a message for you. Okay. Tap me in, please, to group number 1's animals. Yeah, so there is this focus on marine life, I guess we'd call it, or the water. So you might have an animal who really enjoys the water. They are actually showing me a cat in a bathtub. So I don't know if you have a cat who really likes to be in a bathtub. They're showing me without water right now. But you might also have a cat who likes water, which for those of us cat lovers, we know many cats do not love water, except for dripping from the faucet from time to time. Yeah. It might just be an animal that like generally doesn't like water, but your animal loves water. Yeah, and with the word wisdom here, this might be an animal that is super intelligent. I'm hearing telepathy, so this might be an animal that seems to read your mind and know exactly what you need when you need it. And it can be a little bit um, almost, yeah, just strange. They're just saying they're showing me your face as if, how did you know that? How did you know I need that? They can totally read your mind. And I'm hearing that they've carried you through very difficult times. Ooh. Ooh, I just got like a past life sense with this animal. This might be an animal that you've incarnated with several times. They're giving me the number 10. So it could be 10 incarnations, or your animal could be 10 years old. But you seem to have a soul connection with this animal. And yeah, that's also why they can read your mind, because they know you, they know your soul. So my guides are showing me, okay, I'm having a lot of interference. Okay, so I'm just going to rebuke that. Return to sender, please. It was literally calm with no noise for hours before this reading. Amazing. Every time. Okay. Just going to rise above that. Oh, as I said, rise above. They're telling me this whale is literally flying here. So I am getting the sense with this group that this animal has helped you transcend a lot of difficulty and has carried you through a lot of difficulty. I'm hearing that your pet or your animal was the only one there for you. I'm hearing tried and true, ride or die. And then my heart is now feeling super heavy, and I feel like I want to cry. Like there's been a lot of heaviness in your life, and this animal was not just like your best friend, but yeah, they've carried you. They have carried you. And I'm hearing again, they know what you need before you even know what you need. I just saw a dog running into a room with a stuffed animal, as if this dog was giving you their stuffed animal to bring you solace. Similar to a human giving what we can, flowers or gifts, your animal brings you gifts. I'm seeing a cat bring a cicada or a cicada or a bug to you as a gift. These are the two visions that they're giving me now. They just show me, it looks like a gerbil, but it could be a guinea pig or a hamster. I can't quite tell. He's eating a carrot and he gives you the carrot. He sort of hands you the carrot back or pushes your hand back to you. But it's the same idea of the animal wanting to help you in some profound way and giving you what it has. I'm just getting this very selfless energy. And yes, I know that animals are very selfless, but there's a demonstrative piece to this message where your animal shows this to you and it makes you cry because you feel seen. This animal really makes you feel seen, I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm hearing they lift you up and out of bad moods. So in this card, they're showing this young woman on this whale with these balloons. And so there's this feeling of levitation when you're around this animal, that whatever deep, dark place you're in, they just have this way of lifting you up and out of it. There's also a dreamlike feeling about this card, and it makes me feel as if this animal comes to you in your dreams. For those of you with animals who have passed over, they visit you. They just gave me a sense of seeing a flash of them at the corner of your eyes. They're giving me specifically for someone who recently lost a pet, that you might see a flash of them at the corner of your, oh, I just got a big yes on that. Wow. That you might see a flash of them at the corner of your eyes. And they're saying that indeed is your animal. Like I see this white dog running by me, this little white dog. I just got a big yes on that too. An animal that was very vivacious and playful in this life, and who I'm hearing past what you might have thought prematurely, or a little bit young. Oh God, and I'm just feeling this heartbreaking feeling right now. And that you might see them out of the corner of your eye running by you, and you're like, was that them? Yes, it was. And I just got a P name there and an L name. I'm hearing Poppy. And then my heart is hurting a lot at that. So they're saying, yes, that is your animal that you're seeing. So trust that. I'm also seeing an orb. So I don't know if any of you have seen orbs. That's also an indication that your animal friend that has crossed over is with you. What else, Spirit, do these pets want to tell their humans? Can you show me very clearly, please? They're showing me an animal running up a tree, like running after a squirrel. They're showing me, looks like a German Shepherd. And he's thanking you for letting him do this, for going out and playing with him and letting him feel free. I'm hearing the word rescue. So this might have been a rescue dog. It doesn't have to be a German Shepherd. Remember, they sometimes just show me a particular breed to signify perhaps it's a big dog, or signifying one particular animal energy that rises to the surface here. But it can just be a dog that you let run up a tree and feel free after he was a shelter dog for a long time. There's one dog here that was definitely maltreated. Just give me a second, guys, because I am very sensitive about animal energy, so I can get emotional very easily. And he's just thanking you for rescuing him and giving this life of freedom. Oh, that's a big one. Wow. This is a big dog for sure. And it's not a young dog either. This is an older dog that someone rescued. What else do these pets want to say? Please show me clearly. I'm seeing another little dog again on its back with his paws up, rubbing his belly. Oh, this is now morphing into a cat as well. A little chunky cat here that's white and gray, I'm seeing. And you're rubbing her belly. So I'm seeing both a dog and a cat. I don't know if you have both, but I'm seeing both of them, and they just love their bellies being rubbed. And I'm hearing them laughing as if they were speaking human language and they were able to go, ha ha. And they're just so grateful for the way that you play with them. There is this notion of these animals wanting to tell you to play more. Okay, there was another card, playfulness, that message is very strong in, but for this particular group, they're bringing that up as well. That the way that your animals are goofy, they're trying to tell you, hey mom, hey dad, play a little bit more, you know. They're also reminding you of a part of yourself that is super playful, and they love this part of yourself. They love when you get goofy and you get down on the ground and you play with them. What else, Spirit, for group number 1? Okay, so my guides are telling me to pull some cards here. So I'm going to do that now. Okay. For group number 1, what other messages do you have from their animals, please? I want to tune directly into the animals of group number 1. What do you want to tell your human? What do you want to tell your human? No more from this? Okay, so let's start with these. Tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Okay, there's definitely another message here about how your animal has been helping you heal, has been helping to strengthen you. Your animal is really telling you that they see you as powerful, strong. I just heard tiny but mighty. So I don't know if you consider yourself small or short, and you might have some kind of insecurity about your size. And your animal is trying to remind you that you have power that goes beyond your physical self. Okay. Yeah. They're showing me now a cat with the zoomies running all around an apartment, really reminding you that you have all of this vitality and you have all of this energy, even though you think that you don't. So they're demonstrating to you what it is to be unstoppable. There's a big sense that this group of animals here are really reminding you of what you are, who you are, because you might have forgotten how amazing you are, okay, and what you're capable of. Okay. And now we have elephant, greatness. Okay, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So we have a lot of repeating messages here. Wisdom and wisdom. And this idea of overcoming any problems. And that was the original message. Your animal friend is really reminding you your value, how much you have to offer the world. That they're not just there to comfort you, but they're there to lift you up for all the world to see. To remind you that you have this wisdom and this magnificence about you that you are not seeing for yourself. You can overcome any problem. You have this amazing inner strength about you. And in the way that you love your animal, which seems very pure and very fierce, they're telling you that is your strength. When you think that you have nothing to offer the world, the way that you love is really your superpower, I'm hearing. I'm noticing with these 3 animals here, they're looking right at me. So I'm wondering if you have an animal who just stares at you from like across the room. They're definitely showing me a cat now. That you might want your cat to be more cuddly or more of a lap cat, but it's just not. But she's looking at you from across the room and she watches over you. And she wants you to find your inner strength. Yes, she wants you to find your inner strength. She wants you to know that she's protecting you and she's watching over you, but she wants you to learn how to pull from your inner well of resources. Okay, so she will be by your side if you really, 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 really need her, but she's more of your guide and your protector because she's teaching you how to be in your own strength and in your own power. I just got a very clear visual of a cat very high up in a tree just looking at you. And you're like, come down, give me snuggles. And she's like, no, you have to pick yourself up and learn how to be in your own strength because you don't need me right now. You don't really need me right now. There's something about allowing yourself to be fully in your energy, fully in your emotional self right now, and really learning how to feel your emotions and not run from them or get buried by them. I just heard tear-soaked fur, that your animal does not mind that you cry into their fur, but sometimes they won't be directly near you to do that because they need you to feel your own emotions more fully. I hope that makes sense. What else do you want to tell group number one? What else do you want to tell group number one? All the pets of group number one. I just saw a dog jump up in the air and get a treat. And I'm hearing treat yourself. So you have an animal here that really, again, wants to remind you to give self-care because you're giving so much to this animal and they're so grateful and they want you to do the same for yourself. Oh, and we have flamingo spirit. Embrace the in-between. Yeah, this group of people, humans here, really feels like you are in this liminal space, a little bit lost, a little bit not knowing where you're going. I feel like you're about to birth something, so you might have left something behind, but your new life hasn't fully taken shape, and you're in this purging space. You're in this in-between space, and your animal friends are definitely helping you through that. And they're just reminding you, you've got it. You're good. I almost feel, let me just tune into this animal for a minute. They're showing me a few different animals. So I do see a cat, a dog. I see that fish again. I see a snake. I even see a rabbit now. All of these animals are looking at you in this way, saying, you got this. You know you got this. They're showing it to me as if their heads were cocked a little bit to the side. And they're looking at you. It's not side eye, but it's a little bit of side eye. Like, come on, you know you can do this. You can do this. Come on, you can do this. That's how I'm hearing it. So I feel like these animals are really trying to get you through this space that you're in that feels a little bit in the in-between. What else do these animals want to tell group number one? What else? Yeah, and with the whales here, I do feel like these animals, again, are very telepathic. I feel like they know exactly what you need, when you need it, and that they're speaking to you mind to mind. And I feel like they want to emphasize that they hear you. You don't have to yell. You don't have to repeat yourself a million times. We hear you. And there's something in their facial expressions that say that they hear you and you're doubting it. And they're saying, look at our faces. We know what's up. Okay. That's what I'm getting very clearly. What else, Spirit? What else do these animal friends want to tell group number one? What else, please? And thank you. We have hummingbird spirit. Be here now. My goodness. So this group is really about this moment in time, this space in between. Be in it fully. There is something about needing to experience this moment fully, and your animal friends carrying you through, protecting you, guarding you, watching you, communicating with you through this period of time, okay? And you are cultivating more wisdom during this period of time, for sure, that they're helping you be reminded of. And with the word leadership here, fire, unstoppable, this does feel very fiery to me. I don't know if any of you are fire signs or any of your animals are fire signs, okay? But I do feel like there's going to be this resurgence of vitality in this next phase. But right now, you might feel as if you've lost that fire. You've lost that sense of strength, and your animal friends are really reminding you that it's okay. It's okay to be in this time where you don't feel that great or you don't know where you're going. You might have been somebody who really always had your eye on the prize and went after it and achieved. This might be a very high achieving group. You might be super intelligent. And so when you're down in the dumps and you feel really, I don't like that term. I don't know why I just heard that, but if you just really feel low, it might feel particularly bad for this group because it feels outside of your nature, because you seem like go-getters. And your animal friends are just reminding you you're just in an in-between phase and you haven't lost your spark. You haven't lost your fire. So we're going to carry you through this time. We're here for you. We are here for you. With the hummingbird spirit, I do feel like this is an animal in spirit. So I don't know if one of your animals really had some kind of affinity for birds, or if you have a literal bird in spirit, because they just said the hummingbird spirit is this essence, this animal in spirit. I don't know if you had an animal that was very talkative and chirped a lot. Mm-hmm. They're showing me one of those cats that go, when they see birds. Anything else for group number 1 that these pets want to, whoa, okay, sorry about that. Just threw out. Let's get one more card for group number 1. Come on. Come on, animal friends. One more message. And we have Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. I'm telling you guys, this is definitely a time in your lives where you've got to go into the depth of your emotions to get out the other side. Definitely with the whales here, there is an emotional feeling. There might be some Pisces here, I just heard. Okay. There is a feeling with this group that you're definitely going through a deep dive emotionally, and your animal friends are here to help you through this liminal space and reminding you of your essence, reminding you of your strength, reminding you of your fire in a lot of different ways. But they're definitely letting you know that they've got your back, and they will see you through this time, and not to lose faith and not to lose hope right now, because they will see you to the other side. You know what they're showing me? They're showing me that your animals are very wise, like with this primary card here. And because they have lived through so many incarnations with your soul, they know the outcome already. So I'm getting the sense that this animal really does know what is on the other side of this time and space that you feel where you don't have your compass, you don't know where you're going. They're like, well, we know you're going to be a success. We know you're going to get back your vitality. We know it's just a matter of time. So they're kind of just, I'm just seeing a cat on the side literally filing its nails. And they're just there to remind you that this is just a moment in time and you're going to be able to get out the other side. So I feel as if this animal has been with you through many, many incarnations and is able to sense when your life is going to turn. And they're here to remind you of that everything is going to turn out just fine. But you've got to be in the here and now and let yourself feel what you're feeling right now, because that's the best way that you're going to get through this. And I'm just seeing a cat pumping. We call it pumping or making biscuits, reminding you, we still depend on you. We still see you as our mom, as our dad, and we love you. There's a big outpouring of love for this group. Yeah, but I just want to show you with the flamingo and the swan and the whales, there is a lot of watery energy here, and there is something about allowing yourself to fully emote and fully express, cry into your pet's furs. That's fine by them. They don't mind that at all. But they're kind of like a cheerleading group, this group, I would say. Yeah, they're just cheering you guys on. Okay, with that, you guys, I'm going to close out the reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect in with your animal friends. I will probably do another animal reading in the future. But if nothing else, I send you guys so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 2. So today we are asking Spirit, and we are asking your pets directly, what do they want to tell you? So these could be animals who are here or animals that have crossed over. So I'm going to just invite my guides back in to please help me tune into the animals of group number 2. Please tune me into the animals of group number 2 now, please. Okay. So first they're tuning me into the card here with this wolf, and they're giving me huskies. So huskies are very vocal, and if you have a husky, you'll know. But they keep showing me animals who are howling and making noise or meowing or just very, they're just very vocal, very vocal animals. And I see them waking you up in the morning with a lot of vocalizations. There is a message from your pets about expressing yourself and making your voice be heard. Okay, so they want to tell you to, I'm hearing the word boundaries, to set boundaries with people, let your voice be heard, be in your strength, because they believe in you. With their vocalizations, they're teaching you how to express yourself and how to be very clear. It's almost as if my spirit guides are giving me a picture of someone going into a meeting with a boss, and you're going to talk about something really important and you're kind of scared. Okay. It could be any variation of that, where you're going to speak with somebody and you're a little bit concerned about how the conversation is going to go. Your animal friend is demonstrating to you how to hold your ground and how to speak up and hold boundaries. Now, the same thing with the elephant here. When they raise their trunk like this, they are communicating. They communicate with their trunks. So there is something about speaking out loud for this group that your pet wants you to know. I'm also hearing somebody speaking very gently and lovingly to their animal. And your pet friend really wants to thank you for being communicative with it, with him or her, because a lot of animals are not spoken to. And this is a chatty group. Okay, I'm hearing that you speak a lot to your animal, and they're very grateful for that, because even though they can't speak English, they are speaking back to you. And you'll know that. Like when I say that, you're nodding your head, because they're making me nod my head here. Do not doubt that your animal understands you. They absolutely do. And they're thanking you for communicating with them. I'm hearing your animal say, you got this. You got this. So this woman is burying her head in this animal's neck. So you might do that with your animals, specifically in their necks or in their scruff. You might bury your head in their scruff. You might also give them little rubs on their chest, little chest rubs. And they really love this. I'm getting a big thumbs up from what looks like a Pomeranian, which is interesting because my brother has a Pomeranian who loves chest rubs. So that's funny that I just saw that vision. I'm also seeing a Shiba Inu. I'm seeing little orange dogs or little rusty dogs. Rusty might also be the name of a dog here. I'm also seeing someone give their cat a cheek scratch. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of thanks from these animals for treating them with so much dignity and respect. There's a lot of dignity and respect that you give your animal that they just want to thank you. I'm just hearing the word grateful. Okay. What else do these animals want to tell their humans? My guides, please show me very clearly. There is an animal that I see that's running in a park off its leash. Oh, it's a frisbee. Well, they're showing me actually a few different. They're showing me a little ball and they're showing me a frisbee. And it's a little dog. This is a little dog running like a torpedo to go get it and running back. And I see you cracking up. And again, there's an animal here that's thanking you for being present. There's also a message for someone here about needing to be more present with your animal, so that when you're playing with them, just put your phone away, put everything away. But they are giving me a vision of someone who is very present with their animal, and your animal wants to thank you for that. They're showing me like this little tiny brown and black dog in particular. I just got angel wings for one of them. So this is also a dog that crossed over. Do you want to give me a name here? I'm seeing the letter C. I'm hearing Carl. But it can be any letter C. I'm also seeing a female. It has a little pink bow. I can't make out this name. It's like Pip or Bip or I can't quite make out this name. It might be a nickname actually. Something with a B or a P. I can't quite make that out. Okay. I just saw a goat in my mind's eye for some reason. I don't know if any of you have any goats or other farm animals. I see, yeah, a goat eating lettuce. Okay, what else do you have for this group? What else do you want to tell this group? Okay, let's get into the cards because I'm not getting anything else off the bat right now. Let's go into the cards. Oh, okay, I just heard the word grief. And so there's definitely an animal friend who is helping someone here through grief, some kind of loss. And similar to pile number 1, I'm hearing that this animal does not mind if you cry into their belly. Okay. So we have Puffin, partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Again, there is this notion about being confident, right? With that meeting that I saw before, there is something here about your animal wanting to remind you how to stand up for yourself and how to have really good boundaries, to trust your instincts. And then we have the wolf again. We have 2 wolves here. Pathfinder, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. You know, I'm pulling a little bit here because this message is so similar to group number 1. there is this idea of your animal friends really supporting you through this time, whatever time that you're going through, and reminding you that you have the wherewithal to move through, I'm hearing the abyss. So some difficulty that you're moving through right now. Now, wolves run in packs, and we have the word teamwork here. So there is something about your pet reminding you to reach out to loved ones, to connect with other people, to not be so solitary. There might be something that your animal does to support you going out. So I wonder if the reason why they were showing me those animals outside so much was to goad you into getting outside more, to leaving your homes more, because they want you to start connecting with other humans. I almost have this sense that your animals might come to life when people come over. They might suddenly come out of their hiding spaces. I feel as if your animal friends are really encouraging you to get out more. Do you have animals that if you go outside with them, that they attract people to you? Because that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling as if your animals want you to connect with more people, to feel confident about who you are and go out and connect with others, and that you have also a lot to offer others. Let me get a bit more, you guys. Let's see what else. What else do the pets in group number 2 want to tell this group? I'm hearing that you're very unique. You have a very unique way of doing things. Again, you talking to your animals, you have a way of being around your animals that is very unique, and they want you to prize that. They want you to know that that's highly valued. What else? And again, we have the hummingbird spirit also came out with group number 1. Be here now. There is this feeling of hiding in this group. I just keep getting this sense of someone hiding, and your animal saying, like, let yourself be seen. So be here fully now. Even the cats who are housebound, when they're looking outside at the birds and they're making that funny noise when they're looking at the birds outside, I do also feel that this is a call to go outside. I feel like your animals are wanting you to go outside. What else for group number 2? What do the animal friends want to say? Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. So there might be someone in this group that feels as if they don't know what their next step in their lives should be. Again, that came up in group number 1. And I feel as if your pets are reminding you that even while you rest, that is worthwhile. So they're showing me cats now, cats who sleep a lot. And nobody blames a cat for sleeping a lot, right? They sleep because that's a big part of their life or their lives. And I feel like your animals are reminding you how to just be in the here and now and listen to what your body needs, right? So you might feel very exhausted or really fatigued, and your cat is sleeping nearby, and she is just there to remind you that it's okay to rest. There's a time for play and there's a time for rest. And I just feel as if your animal friends are really reminding you to just be exactly who you are, and to be confident in who you are and what you need at this time, and not fight it so much. What else do you want to tell group number 2? You know what they just gave me? So, that's very interesting. With the two wolves here, they're showing me a dog in its advanced form. I'm not saying that a wolf is an advanced form of it, but it's almost the fiercer version of a domesticated dog. And so the wolves here are reminding you of this power that you have inside of you, that lives inside of you, that wants to be birthed. Okay. So they're just showing me with the two wolves here that your animals are kind of reminding you of what you're made of. I just heard what you're made of. And then we have the and spirit, time to collaborate. Okay, so you guys, there's a very clear message from your animal friends about needing to connect with others, just like the puffin. Okay, this is a partnership or a collaboration. I just heard it's us against the world. So you might have had a pet that was your best friend for a long time. And there might be a pet that crossed over who was your ride or die. And you might not know where to go right now. You might not feel as if you can go on because that was your person. That pet was your person, right? The one that you went to. And I feel like that animal, as well as whatever living animals you have right now, they're here to remind you that they will always be your ride or die. They will always be there for you, but you also have to go out. You need to go and connect with others. This is a very clear message for somebody that you need to go out. Even with the number 1 here, I do feel very strongly that there's someone here who had an animal who passed on, who was their everything, and they don't know how to start again. And with the number 1 here, they're really saying, Mom, I'm hearing mama actually, in particular, a mother, a, a mothering figure, I should say. Start again. You can do it. Anything else for my group number 2s? You know what? I just want to say to this group that I'm not getting as strong a sense of the animals. I do feel like in this group, the animals are almost stepping back. I just saw an animal open a door, literally, in my mind's eye, as if ushering you out. It's almost as if the animals want to take a back seat a little bit and tell you to go out and get yours, okay? To go connect with other people, to go back into the land of the living, I'm hearing. That there is a time for rest and there's a time for play. So when you are tired, rest. But then when you're not tired, go out. There's a lot of encouragement from these animals to rejoin the living and to connect. And with collaboration and partnership, this might be a message to really collaborate with someone on something. What else do these animals want to tell their humans, please? My apologies, guys. I just had to pause the video for a few moments there. So I'm back. So I'm just going to reconnect with my guides for a second. What's interesting before I go on is that I notice that there are 2s of all these animals. So we have 2 wolves, we have 2 puffins, and we have 2 birds, and we have 2 ants. I'm getting the sense from your animal friends that it's interesting that I just said were, because I am connecting in with animals that have crossed over. But I'm getting the sense that they helped you feel a deep sense of companionship and helped open your heart and feel what it feels like to be really loved. And I think that's why there's this urging to connect with other people, because I think that they have been teaching you how to feel connected to another living thing through the heart. There's a lot of partnership here. And I'm now seeing it on another level where they might have been helping you open your heart up to love. That's crystal clear to me right now. It's almost interesting that I had to take a break before, but now I see that so very clearly, that you're not meant to walk alone in this life, that you're meant to have a partner in this life. I am being shown for someone who has lost a pet that there is going to be another opportunity to bring a new animal into your life. And my spirit guides are showing me you becoming so emotional when you meet this animal. You will know immediately that this is going to be your family member. They're showing me, let me just ask my guides, they're showing me a characteristic of your animal that has passed over that this new animal is going to embody. They're saying for some of you, you've already adopted this animal, but you've yet to see this. So first they're showing me a cat at a sink drinking from the sink, which a lot of cats do. But what makes this unique? So they're showing me a cat putting its head under the water and just letting the water run on its head. So if you had a cat that passed over and you adopt a new cat and they do this, this is really a sign that your loved one that passed over is with you in, in connecting through this animal. They're just showing me the eyes of an animal. It could be really any animal, but it's the way that this animal looks at you that, yeah, it's just going to feel profound. It's going to feel like this animal recognizes you. Okay, what else do you have for group number 2? Oh, and that's very interesting. I'm actually not going to take this right now. Well, they're telling me I have to. Okay. I don't know why that I just felt the need to put that back, but they're saying with the elephant, you know how they say elephant have great memories. So I asked them about this earlier and they didn't give me anything about remembering or memory. But now they're saying with this animal that's coming into your life, it is going to remind you of a previous animal. Okay, and so that's what the memory was about. It was supposed to evoke a memory of a previous animal, and they're calling it the final healing. So like your heart can finally heal from this loss. I don't know why I turned this over immediately, but we got the chameleon spirit. Act as if. So what they're showing me is what they were talking about before about going out and being around people, that there are those of you who really just don't feel so comfortable being around others. And they're saying you don't have to be comfortable, just act as if. And you will slowly reconnect because your animals have really taught you how to be connected. So if you are connected with an animal, you can be connected with people. Now, as an animal lover myself and someone who feels more connected to animals than I do most people, although I love people, but I really feel a kinship with animals, I can understand that that statement may not make sense, okay? Because animals, for certain kinds of individuals, it's easier for us to connect with animals than with humans. But in the way that animals help us open our hearts and accept us just as we are, we begin to feel more confident and we begin to feel more strength in who we are. And the chameleon is really here to remind you that you really can go out and find your tribe and find your people, and start attracting those people who would accept you exactly as you are, because you've worked on accepting you as you are by way of your relationships with your animals. I think they mentioned this earlier. They said something about you guys being very unique, especially in the way that you communicate with your animals. So they're saying with the chameleon, how the chameleon changes colors to sort of match the people around them. How I'm seeing it is almost as if this chameleon is just tie-dyed and rocking his own look. And so there's a real encouragement here from your animals to be exactly who you are. And your people will be attracted to you. So the act as if is merely just a salve to your anxiety about going out and meeting people. But as long as you are authentic and you're exactly who you are, the wrong people will not be attracted to you. And you should not feel rejection in that way because they shouldn't be in your life. It's interesting. I have a small anecdote. I reached out to this professor from a very famous metaphysical college to help mentor me as I deepen my gifts. And she was so profoundly rude to me. And I was just like, why did that happen? And my guides very gently said, you dodged a bullet, in the sense of she would have not been right for you and you would have paid a lot of money for somebody who wasn't on a level that you need right now to help you advance your gifts. So while I completely bristled at her response to me, that literally I was searching my emails that were just about days and times that I was available, could possibly warrant such crassness and coldness? I could find nothing. And I even asked somebody else to look for me in case I was missing something. And sometimes it's just that people should not be in our lives. So I feel like your animal friends are reminding you that, you know, they love you unconditionally and they love you because you're perfect as you are. And so if you go out there and you get rejected by somebody, don't worry, you probably just dodged a bullet. That person probably was not right for you. And just be the interesting, amazing chameleon that you are. And the way that they're showing me the chameleon spirit is also that you do mold yourself to others, but in a way that doesn't take you out of your authentic spirit. You're just someone who's so mindful of other people's energies that you will try to work to make people feel comfortable with you. And that's a beautiful attribute. Just don't lose yourself in that. I hear your animal friends saying. Okay. There was something else that I thought I saw before. Anything else, Spirit, for this group? No? Okay. I think that's where we're going to close out, you guys. I hope something in this reading resonated. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And please comment down below. I'd love to hear about your animal friends. And if nothing else, I send you so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 3. So, today we are asking Spirit, and we are asking your pets in this life and those that, well, in this life that are physically here and in this life, those who have passed over, to please give us messages. What do they want to tell you? Okay. So you chose the tortoise, and that was told specifically to me that this is a tortoise. So we're looking at a land animal, along with a dolphin, joy. Okay, so just give me 1 second. I'm just going to invite my guides in one more time. Please tap me into the animal friends of group number 3 now. So they're immediately giving me a black cat, 2 black cats, 2 black cats, just playing with each other. Yeah, there is something here about slowing down and taking in your environment, taking in what you're seeing. So these cats are just showing me them playing, period. There's no other message there. And I'm just getting the sense that they just want me to observe them, enjoy. So with the tortoise here, there is something about needing to slow down, that your animal friends are wanting you to look around and take in your environment. You're missing some of the beauty, the levity, the joy that's all around you. So there's definitely this idea of, them wanting to show you some kind of joy. I don't know why I'm clearing in this particular reading. I don't know if any of you are experiencing illness and maybe your animal friends are helping you through a tough physical time where you're dealing with some kind of physical illness. I know this is going to sound completely strange, but I'm being given it. They're showing this to me as a white light, like the white light that you pass over. So certainly it can mean that there's an animal that has crossed over, but they're telling me, that that's not what we're referring to here. So I don't know if you, the viewer, has ever experienced either a near-death experience or currently are experiencing some kind of harrowing physical difficulty that is making you fear for your life in some way. I know that's a pretty extreme thing to say, but that's what I'm being given. I would have never looked at the card this way. And they're just showing me how your animal companions are keeping lightness abound, is how I'm hearing it. That even though you're coping with so much, your animal friends are reminding you that every day is a gift and that there's so much joy to be had. There's so much purity, I'm hearing. So yeah, these cats are just having me feel really happy and good just watching them, because it's so sweet that the way that they're playing with each other, the way they're kind of like curling into each other. I know that may not be for more than one or two of you, I hope. And if that is you, God bless you. Animals are amazing healers, so stay close to your animals now. Okay. Okay, there is something about, okay, wow, okay. This is very interesting. So I hope that I'm right in saying this, but I remember learning about tortoises, and specifically tortoises, and how long they live. I think they live like hundreds of years, if I'm not crazy saying that. 100 or 200 years. They can live an extremely long time. If I got the years wrong, I apologize for that, but I do recall them living a very long time. And as many of you know, whenever I see dolphins, I think of Atlantis or I think of ancient times. Um, and I just get this sense, well, I'm getting a few messages about that. I'm getting a sense that you have walked with this animal before. So group one did get that you have incarnated together, but this feels almost like a soulmate, that you have an animal that is akin to a soulmate. Yes, that's what I'm getting. And you have the way that both the dolphin and this woman are so intertwined in this white light. It's almost as if you've passed through life and death, and being incarnated and dying incarnated and passing over many times with each other, where you might have switched roles. One might have been the pet, one of you might have been a human. I'm getting that also for some of you, your animals have been human. And for some of your animals, it can feel as if they have human-like characteristics. They might really understand you when you speak to them. They may have a kind of depth of emotion that seems to, so I believe that all animals have incredibly deep, profound emotions that are no less, probably, in my opinion, more than humans. So I'm not trying to imply that this group is special in that way, because I think all animals are like this. But I do have this sense that there's a depth to these animals in this group that almost hinges on, I wish you could see my face. It's eye-opening. They have a real empathic nature, I'm hearing, where they just understand you and they understand your feelings and they understand what you're saying to them, and with not a lot of effort. They're showing me a dog sort of walking on its back legs, and it's not because it's been trained. It's kind of like that. It's animals that do things that seem more human in some way. They're showing me that it's a meme where a cat is leaning back on a couch with his paws up on the armrest, right? Yeah, there's just something. Yeah, this feels like a soulmate connection where you just understand each other. And the way that they're intertwined, my guides are showing me the sense of one doesn't know where one begins and the other one ends. You might have a shadow cat or an animal that follows you around everywhere you go. I just saw a parrot. I think it's a parrot. I saw a bird on someone's shoulder, and this bird is always with you. I'm also seeing again, I think it's a guinea pig that's always with you. And the other message that I got about the tortoise and the dolphin is oh, that's fine. Okay, wow, I'm getting so many messages, you guys. So that you might have had a pet that lived a very, very long life that had passed, or that currently is very old. They're giving me a cat that's 23, one that's 26 as well. Wow. I hope my cats live happy and healthy until those ages. That also might be a signifier how long you will live, I'm also hearing, because your souls are so intertwined. You might have such a connection with your animals that they have some of the same ailments as you do. They might be stricken with some of the same ailments. That's often how you know that there's a soul bond. They may even look like you, or people might say, wow, you look so much like your animal, your dog maybe. And it just gave me something else. Oh, okay. So both the dolphin and the tortoise are very unique. So most turtles go in water, but tortoises don't. They're land animals only. And when you think about marine life, you think that they're fish, but no, a dolphin is a mammal, obviously. It breathes through its lungs, I believe, not through gills. Is that correct? Because I know that's true for whales. I think it's also true for dolphins. Needless to say, I'm getting that these animals are more than what they seem, like in terms of how they show up in the world. And so there's some message from your animals about recognizing how dimensional you are, that they're giving me your rising sign may not fully represent who you are. It's just the way you appear to the world. But once somebody gets to know you, wow, you just like open up. The way that they're showing it to me is that when you get into their world, right, she's in the water with this beautiful dolphin. She comes alive. So your animal is saying, when you're with me and you're alone, you just come to life. And I see all of you and I love all of you. And I feel like there's encouragement from these animals to show more of yourself to the world, because you're such an interesting person and you have so much dimensionality. And I feel like this animal is really trying to help you show the world more of your gifts, I'm hearing. That you're so beautiful, not just on the outside, but on the inside as well. Oh, I'm also getting that some of you might be quite attractive physically on the outside, and we're in the sense that you know that you're attractive, or you've heard that a lot in your life, and your animals are saying you're so much more than that. You're so beautiful on the inside, and people might shortchange you and think, oh, it's just like judging a book by its cover. Oh, she's just a pretty face. He's just a good looking guy, and so forth. But you're so much more than that. You're goofy and you're funny. And I'm hearing someone giggling. You have a sweetness about you. And your animals are like, we see it. We want everyone to see it. Okay. And I feel as if you know this about your animals as well. You see the dimensionality of your animals, whereas some people will say, oh, that's just a cat. um, oh, cute fish in the fish tank, you know. And you really look upon your animals with such reverence, with such respect. You honor their lives, you hold their lives in high regard, and you really see them and you see their personalities and the nuances within their personality that makes one animal different than the next. I'm also, you know, I have a cast iron um, plant on my balcony, and my guides just sort of made me zoom in on that. And I just got the sense that you might have this with plants too, that you just have a real respect for all living things. And it's just very special. And I'm hearing that your animals, there's an awe that they have of you. I feel awe for my animals. I can't imagine they look at me that way, but that's the way they're showing it to me, that your animals see you with awe because you're such a beautiful soul. You have such goodness to you, and you carry this wisdom from ancient times where you have a real understanding about how all living things are precious and hold tremendous weight in this life. I mean, just a magnificent message. Really a magnificent message. Okay, let's get a few more cards here. Oh, I left the little tortoise by himself. Let's put him here. Um, let's get some more messages from the animal friends of group number 3, please. This one wants to come out. Let's start with those. Eagle, mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Wow, like my mind just got blown. So they just mentioned about how much wisdom you guys carry, okay? And this idea of mastery, this idea of having lived through all of these incarnations, and specifically when we mentioned Atlantis, it could be Lemuria, um, it can be ancient times where you developed so much mastery over, mastery within your life on this planet, and really understanding the value in all living things. There is further validation here that your animals are showing you that you have these gifts to offer the world, but also that your animals walk with you in spirit. So both incarnated and also crossed over. So even if you have an animal that's crossed over and you resonate with the idea of that animal being a soulmate, your souls are always going to be intertwined. You are never disconnected. You are literally on a spiritual journey together with your animals, this particular group. That is for sure. And with this idea of longevity of these animals, it does feel that this connection stands the test of time. Nothing can ever separate you. And even this idea of inspiration, how I said that your animals are even in awe of you or inspired by you. I'm hearing it that it's kind of like a role reversal, because humanity right now is only beginning to awaken to that state of being. And I'm getting the sense that many of the people in this group that I'm speaking to have already come upon that place, so that you are in unity consciousness with the animal and plant kingdom. And now you're just sort of the eagle, sort of looking above everyone else and spreading your light. And I'm just getting this. I just heard the word doula, actually. That's interesting. I don't know if any of you do soul retrieval or help bring animals or people into this world where I'm also hearing ma'at. So, yeah, there is something about life and death uh, services, or I don't know, that's not really the right word. I don't know if you work in that space between worlds, I would say. Because your animals are highlighting that they're, oh, I'm hearing the word familiar. So you might have a cat that is your familiar, okay, who is helping you in your spiritual advancement, who is helping you in your metaphysical arts. Yeah, I feel that both of your souls have walked between worlds before, and you know how to do that. So it might not be that you just have like a certain career in doing this, or you do healing arts, maybe shamanic soul retrieval, or so forth. But it can also just be an indication of how your souls have walked through time, how they journeyed through time, that you have lived between worlds together and incarnated together on different planets, for example. But it feels like you're always intertwined. Yeah. And then we have elk, nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You're crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. It's this same energy of something very, right? Nobility. I would call an eagle noble. Um, there's a regality. I don't even know if that's a word. A regalness to this group, this mastership. I'm definitely feeling as if I'm speaking to ancient souls, and your animal friends are also ancient souls. And I'm hearing you are going to unlock the codes together. I mean, the other two groups were nothing like this one. Again, I always say, I always feel like it's my third group that has this energy. So if you have doubted or you have wondered whether your animals are a part of your spiritual advancement, if they play a huge role in your ascension process, well, this is a confirmation that they absolutely are. Okay. What else do the animal friends of group number 3 want to tell the viewer, the person watching? What do you want to tell your human, please? I just saw a cat rubbing its face against their human. I'm just wondering if there's more to that, because I know a lot of cats probably do that. I don't know if that's special for someone in particular. Only one of my cats does that, and it's very special to me. Oh, I'm hearing, I choose you. It feels very, you just feel very bonded, very bonded. They're showing me that even if you have a house full of animals, there's one in particular that you know that you're very bonded with, that you know that that's your like soulmate. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like both my cats are my soulmates, honestly, in different ways. But yeah. They're telling me to actually say what my thought is there. So I have some strange notions about the world. You probably have guessed so far. I don't necessarily believe that one animal is your soulmate. I think you could have many soulmates. I think you could have aspects of one soul incarnated in two different beings. I think this because I don't know anything else. I only know what I've been taught. And until I, God, him or herself comes down and tells me, I am going to keep everything open to possibility. So yeah, my cats are Geminis, both of them, and I think that they're twins. I think, even though they're not at all, they're not even from the same litter. I adopted them together, but they're foster sisters. They couldn't be more different. They're like yin and yang. Okay, sorry. So further messages for group number 3. I don't know, the cards are kind of sticking. Show me clearly, please. Okay. Wow, Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Number 10. So 10 to me, as many readers, is really a number of completion. Maybe one of your animals is age 10. That also came up in another group. it really does feel as if you guys are at the pinnacle of your growth and you're about to come into tremendous abundance. That this is the only group where there wasn't messages about something you want to work on, or not really work on, I don't like to put it like that, but to be aware of, I should say. This feels more like a validating message to you guys than the other two groups. It's kind of like you've arrived. That's how I just heard it. You've arrived. I mean, buffalo, this also feels like an ancient animal to me, the buffalo. They feel ancient to me. I don't want to speak to something. I'm not going to say that. Just to be careful here. Okay. What else do you want to say to... Oh, and I also just heard that your animals feel showered with love. And there's just this sense of gratitude for how much love you show your animals. And animal lovers, we think that everyone showers their pets with love. That's not true. Okay? Unfortunately. But this group definitely does. And I love you for that. Okay? And then we have koi fish spirit. There is always enough. That's interesting. There's more of this energy of abundance here. And then we have 3, 6, 9, right? 3, 6, and then 3 and 6 together is 9. This is the number of the universe. This is a very highly advanced spiritual group. And I feel as if you haven't already, you might want to pay more attention to how your animals are teaching you. They're showing me an animal looking at a wall and there's nothing there. And that might be a moment where I'm hearing a teachable moment where you might want to stop and sense into the energy, because there might be an energy there that is trying to connect with you that your animals are noticing before you. I am hearing the words haunted house. Oh, I just got a yes on that. So I don't know if any of you have felt as if your houses are haunted. I just got a big yes. So somebody, ooh, can you please tell me down below? I feel like all of us would love to hear that. I had a couple of spirits in my apartment when I first moved here. I did sense them, but I saw my cats looking at them, which kind of freaked me out. But I just said, listen, I'm not an open medium. I got a few messages for people in my building, and then I said, please leave. Unless I call on you, please don't be here. I feel like they can tell that you're open, right? That your spirit is open. So those spirits tend to sort of show up until you're like, hello, where they're like, hello, will you pay attention to us? That's the feeling I'm getting. Yeah, so there's something about a teachable moment where one of your animals might see something or play, even though there's nothing there that they're playing with. And it's to tune you into spirit because they sense into it before you do. So they're saying, watch us. Okay. They're saying even the fish. If you have fish, even watch the fish. Okay. Any other messages for group number 3, please? And finally, we have, oh my goodness, snake spirit, time to heal. Snakes to me are the quintessential sign of Kundalini awakening. And then we have the master number 55 with mastery here. So listen, guys, I know that, I don't know, maybe this message wasn't as detailed as I would have liked it to have been. But again, sometimes I don't remember the whole message, but it feels very much like you guys are my highly evolved spiritual souls, and you have highly evolved animals that are helping you along your path. And I am seeing that some of you might be experiencing a Kundalini awakening, and that there might be moments of fright I'm seeing where you might feel really like a sense of depersonalization, like you don't even feel like yourself, and your animals are going to help maintain the space for you and keep you safe. So animals, especially cats in particular, can travel between worlds very easily. So, I mean, all cats do this, but some cats, it's like a primary job of theirs to do this. One of my girls I know does this every night, and I call her Gigi. That's not her name, but I call her my galactic girl. because she's definitely not of this earth. And so I'm getting this sense that if you're feeling a little topsy-turvy or you're starting to feel a Kundalini awakening, first of all, I would recommend working with somebody to help you through the awakening, somebody who knows what they're doing, someone who can mentor you and does not charge you an arm and a leg. And then I will also say that make sure you're grounding a lot. But it does feel like your animals are helping you, like I'm hearing holding down the fort. So they're helping the space be safe and just they're actually holding energy. I'm hearing that they're holding the energy in place of the home as you're sort of going up, right? As that quintessential snake energy is moving up, they're holding the energy down here for you. Yeah, it's a very interesting energy. But that's the biggest message for this group, that your animals are, whether they're here physically or not, they are completely bonded with you. They are completely tied in with you. And all those messages we said at the beginning, I can't review all of them, but there's definitely an idea of this being a group of ancient souls that are traveling together through incarnations with their animal friends, and that they're helping you ascend, they're helping you awaken, and some of the cats in particular are your familiars. And I would so appreciate if you guys would let me know down below, those of you who have come to my videos for a long time, you know I'm not trying to bamboozle, I guess is the word, or hoodwink someone into writing a comment. I am genuinely in love with all animals, and I would love to hear what animals you have, if you resonated with this message, anything like that. I would really love to hear your animal stories. Okay, my love, so with that, I'm going to close out this reading. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, please, if you did. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Apparently, 80% of the people who come and watch my videos again and again and again, so returning viewers, are not subscribed. So I would so appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It will help my channel grow and help us stay connected. Okay, my love, so sending you so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care.